Looks like you've been climbing up that depth chart at inside linebacker. What have you been doing?
I've just been trying to do my job, and just take coaching. Every day in film and meetings and things like that, there's always things we can correct. And I just try not to make the same mistakes twice on a day in, day out basis. And I feel like that's been working for me pretty good.
How about to make a big play in practice today and kind of show up on a day like today? What did that mean to you?
It was fun. That was my first pick, I guess, of my entire, training camp and things like that. And, it just goes to show that with good coaching, if you listen and be in the right places at the right times, good things will happen for you.
Does it mean a little more to do it against another team?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Do it in a regular practice?
Yeah, definitely. That was fun, going out there against the other team. And then just to do it against them, it's like more of a game-like situation because you're going against other guys. And it was just fun. And then just to be able to make the play, that was special for the team.
How did the first two preseason games go for you, in your opinion?
I feel like I've done pretty well so far, but I feel like I still have a lot more to improve on, and to get better at throughout this time.
How motivated are you by the undrafted thing? A lot of draft guy, analysts had you being picked.
Yeah.
And you weren't. So does that drive you? I mean, how much of a chip on the shoulder does that give you?
It gives me a major chip on my shoulder, just going throughout that process. And like you said, I was expected to get drafted and things like that. But it's not my first time being in this position. When I went to OU, I was a 3-star out of college. out of high school and things like that. I wasn't supposed to come in and do what I did. And I went there and I ended up starting my freshman year and things like that. So I feel like, God put me in this position. And like I said, it's nothing that I've never done before. So it's just one of those things where you just got to keep going out there and working hard every single day, each and every day. But then that chip, I always remember that too, like I wasn't drafted. And, it just makes me go harder every day in the film room, on the field, and just in the weight room and just everything.
Do you like your chances to make this team?
Right now, it's all in the coach's hands and the GM and everything. I'm going to just keep doing what I'm supposed to do and then let things play out, how they play out.
Is there any connection between, you and Scoop? Because he was a 2-star guy coming out of high school, and he got drafted, late. He got drafted, obviously, but it was very late, later than he expected.
Yeah,
is there any kind of connection between you two?
Yes, sir. Like, we definitely push each other, harder because, coming out of college, the year before when he played, he was probably the best defensive player in college football, and then coming out and having that injury and things like that, how he ended up being picked in the 7th round, we talk about that stuff, and then, when we're in together and things like that, it definitely pushes each other. And in the film room, we just try to make sure each other are going, as hard as possible, just because we know that we're doubted. We weren't chosen, like how we were supposed to. So, the doubt keeps us motivated.
I know you might not have, an answer for every team, but have you gotten any kind of idea, any feedback at all about why you weren't picked like you thought you would be?
No, I haven't. I didn't. They said I was a smaller guy. And then they didn't think I had a lot of thump. But then it's like I've been here, proving everybody wrong and things like that. But like I said, that's another thing that just keeps me going, because it's like, man, they didn't think I was going to hit, So that's the thing. Like, every time I go out to practice, I'm trying to hit somebody, But that's another thing that just keeps me going. Because if I would have been drafted and then I probably would have still been more of a finesse linebacker. But now I see that they want me to hit, and then that's the thing that you got to do in the NFL. So it's just each and every day I'm trying to hit somebody.
How good of a fit do you think you are at 3-4 inside backer?
I feel like wherever. We played a lot of defenses at OU. Like we played a 3-4, we played a 4-3 before, we played a 4-2-5.
Okay.
So like I've been in a lot of schemes, and Coach Stoops, we've been prepared well. So I feel like in the 3-4, like I'll have to gain some more weight and things, but I can play in the 3-4, and then in any other defense I can play in that as well.
You think you still need to gain some?
Yeah, I need to gain some weight. Just keep getting stronger. Each and every year I'm gonna just keep trying to get stronger and faster, be a better player.
What kind of goal do you have for that? How many pounds?
Whatever they want me to be at, whatever, as long as I can keep making plays, I'm not gonna stop making plays. That's for sure.
Okay, so for you, undrafted rookie, you're trying to make the team. You're going with the 2s at inside backer. All that's good. but how vital are special teams to you making your case?
That's everything.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like when I go to sleep at night, that's I go over my defense and stuff. But special teams is on the way, like not higher level, but it's just I know that's gonna be the thing to get me in the door into the NFL. If it's for the Browns or if it's for anybody else, I know the special teams is gonna be my way in the door, and I know that I just got to keep working to be the best player that I can be in special teams.
Which ones are you first team on? Are you
all of them?
All 4 of them?
Yeah, I'm on
coverage
all 4
and
right
return.
now. Yeah, yes, sir. But that's just like I know I just got to keep getting better at that as well. Like the same way I approach defense and the chip on my shoulder there is the same way I approach special teams.
I saw, the Browns picked a lot of guys who are like multi-sport stars. If you go back to high school, and maybe that's just natural because you're an NFL player, you're good at a lot of stuff. But I'm always curious how you think that benefits you, excelling in other sports.
I mean, it benefits you a lot because it makes you a versatile player. Like for me, like I ran track and I played basketball. So like basketball helps you with the defense aspect because you always shifting side to side. So like when you get into football, you always on your toes and you're able to move and things like that. And then track, being able to run, like that's one thing God blessed me with is my speed. So when I go out there, it's not a lot of linemen who can reach me. And then when it's time for me to match up with tight ends, I can always go cover a tight end or running back. So it's just blessed because it makes you a better athlete.
Seems like inside linebacker too, so specifically that basketball motion. Seems like it would be useful.
Because you always in the defensive stance and you always moving lateral.
And you could have to go either way.
So it's just, I would always encourage somebody to play multiple sports. Because in high school I stopped playing my senior year and I wish I would have played because some of my lateral quickness went away a little bit just because I was doing a lot of track stuff, running just straight forward. But it's just the more you can do, the better player you can be, the more teams that'll look at you.